Today we will introduce a stock price stimulator. First, I will show you the introduction and background for this stimulator. Intuitively, stock price looks like a random work. In addition, stock price will not be negative. In order to stimulate stock price, we employ the geometric Brownian motion model as the theoretical basis. Using geometric Brownian motion model to stimulating stock price is based on the condition that the price in the efficiency markets are random works and the price formation follows the Markov process, which simply means the tomorrow price is only related to today's closing price and has nothing to do with the historical price. For stimulating stock price, Markov process can make predictions for the future of the process based on its present stock price, just as well as one could knowing the price's full history. Furthermore, the stock price of past and future are independent. Loosely speaking, geometric Brownian motion model is a good way to predict the stock price. Firstly, the calculation of geometric Brownian motion is relatively simple. Secondly, the geometric Brownian motion process consider only the positive value of the stock price, which like the real stock price. Therefore, the study was designed to establish a model by using virtual base for application to stimulating stock price based on the geometric Brownian motion. First of all, we develop a VBA model to help the user to predict the price with current stock price, expected return, volatility, and time increments in this study. In order to make the user create paths of new stock price easily, all of these metrics source should be able to adjust. In addition, showing the stimulate stock price path and its certain and uncertain components by creating a chart. So next, Mark will introduce the develop of this stimulator.
According to geometric Brownian motion model, it is known that current price, expected return, volatility, time increment is the variable to determine the future stock price. In order to simulate future stock price and show the relationship between variable and stock price in VBA module, it is needed two parts to make this model. The first one is insert function and edit word in Excel. The second is writing VBA code to make it run. Firstly, make a table showing showing result. The title of each column from the left to right is day, stock price, certain and uncertain, and the percentage of uncertainty. The second thing is to create 5 text boxes. The 4 of them used for input variable, and another one is used for adjusting how many days that user want to simulate. Then make a scroll bar, which allow user to change the variable by using scroll bar. Thirdly, in the two buttons, one is using for starting simulate. It can record time, start time, stop time, and the time effects in cell admin well. Another is using for clearing the result of last simulate. Finally, writing the title in front of cell to make explain function. In VBA part, because the value of variable is limited, it will occur error if the value is out of range. Thus, it is necessary to design a message box. If it is simulated in error, then stop simulation and mention users the range of value if they put the value out of range. Otherwise, tell the user simulation is completed and the runtime. Next, clear the sales value and add equation. then creating a Excel line chart which was based on the result in the table. Design the title of axis. Finally, show different color in different range of percent of uncertainty. It will make some big number more lightly, like this one. Next, welcome Melinda to introduce the usage of this simulator.
In order to understand the geometric Brownian motion to forecast the stock price, we created this model to simulate the stock price. The stock price simulator consists of 4 major segments, including the input parts, the simulator parts, the output parts, and the clear parts. In the following section, the usage for each part of the model will be introduced in detail. According to the geometric Brown motion, there are 4 major variables that can be used to simulate the stock price. The first is the current stock price. The second is the time increment, and the third is the expected return, and the next is the volatility. In addition, we also introduced the N and the number of days to simulate this stock price. For convenience, we also introduced the scroll bar for use. The range for the scroll bar of the stock price is from 0 to 1000, which consists of most of the stock prices. And the time for this model is from 0 to 250, and the expected return of this model is both from -100% and positive 100%, and the volatility of this model is from 0% to 100%, and the number of the days is consists of the whole year. Then is the simulation part. This part is considered as the most important segment in this model. Although it is simply consists of the command button, the simulator. This button is the bridge between the input parts and the output parts. Once you input every information in this first part, then click the simulate, and the outputs will be shown in this table. Let's do it. For example, we change the stock price like this, and then the time, then we click the simulate, and we can get that result like this. Then let's welcome Jenny to introduce the rest part of the usage.
In this stock price simulator model, all results will be presented in the table form and figure form. Stock price information can be provided in the table, and the trend for stock price can be easily investigated in the figure. A table based on each day's simulation is illustrated in our model in order to show the simulated price path for the stock and its certain and uncertain components. This is the table. We added another column named as uncertainty percentage rate, this one, to show the percentage of uncertainty component in the total stock price. It is easy to find out the extent of uncertainty impact of the stock price. Result for the simulation in this table can be changed each time when you adjust inputs variables and click simulation buttons. And furthermore, uncertainty rate is divided into 5 degrees with different colors, like figure 4. This color will be presented in the simulation table for user to distinguish the degree of uncertainty easily. And a figure based on the table simulated result is presented in the model to show the trend of stock price movement for user. This figure contains 3 major lines. You can see it's the price and certainty component and uncertainty component. Same as simulation table with mentioned above, the figure for the simulation model can be generated directly through simulated button. Additionally, you can see the trend will vary depending on the change of input. Last is another common button named clear is used as well. In order to provide convenience for user to change the input numbers, a clear button is set to help the score bar back to its original position. Clear the clear button, or score bar back to the original position. And next, Echo will do a brief.
In conclusion, this technical report has introduced the process of simulating stock price. Our group applies the geometric Brownian motion model as the theoretical basis, which is based on the precondition. In order to simulate stock price, macro process can make prediction for the future of the process based on its present stock price. To achieve this aim, our group used the VBA function to establish a project which based on the geometric Brownian motion model to imply for future price of stock. After analyzing the 4 uncertain components, this report found out that the future stock price is equal to uncertain key price plus certain key price during the 100 days. However, the major outcomes of investigation has been found after finishing this model. Their significance would be provided. Meanwhile, firstly, several scoreboards are used in this project to help people select value of every variables. Secondly, people could acquire information of stock price movement by using this model. More importantly, they can adjust one of the variables which are shown in the Excel table and knowing how it influences the stock price. As a consequence, people are able to realize the performance of stock price in the future so that they can make reasonable decisions to avoid loss. Thanks for listening. That's all.